What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Hustle with JesseW, and today we're going to go over a day trading recap. Traded BBIG and Tesla. Check it out. All right, guys, so today's lesson, really moral of the story as far as trading goes, is that it was all about patience. Came into the day expecting big things out of BBIG, at least the potential for big things, and I still think that BBIG has tremendous potential for making a big move. Now, why didn't it do today? Well, today we shot up there, made new all-time highs, and one could say it was like, ooh, that was a little scary. Let me come back on down to my comfort zone. And it's held. It's held well. It's held its gains well. It's still looking very, very much bullish. And as of right now, it's just consolidating. And that's kind of like what I would have preferred it to have done. The only reason I went after it today is because it pushed up and made new all-time highs. Had it not made new all-time highs today, I probably would have just let it go and hoped that it would consolidate. And maybe Thursday, Friday, or Monday, we get a big move out of it. Now, I think there's a big short position stuck in there. So I think that one has a lot of potential. We'll go over the chart here in a minute, and I'll show you my trades on it. I also traded Tesla. Now, Tesla was the trade that basically brought me back, right? Now, why did I catch that? Well, because I sat around and was patient and waited for a setup to develop. That's something that I'm always teaching here at the daytraderchatroom.com. Link in the description and comment section to a 5-day trial. Patience, patience, patience. You sit and wait for setups. You don't just chase volume up and down where you have no idea what to do or where your stop loss or even your sell targets or your take profits are, right? So I sit here and I wait for patterns, I wait for setups to develop, and then I go ahead and make sure to take advantage of them with clear defined stop losses. And that's what I did today on Tesla, and I'll show you that trade here in a second as well. But like I said, it's all about patience, my friends. And if you don't have patience as a trader, then this might not be for you. So learn to get patient, it really helps out tremendously. Now let's go ahead and jump into the charts. Before we do, make sure to check out trade ideas, link in the description section and comment section, as well as Webull. You download the app, fund the account with $5, you get a free stock. Let's jump into the chart. This morning we were looking at the dashboard here at the daytraderchatroom.com, and we had BBIG, GANX, AEI, and Tesla. All of these were on watch. My favorite ones were BBIG and Tesla, and I liked both of these to the long side. However, they didn't work. They didn't work to the long side. I didn't go after Tesla to the long side, but I did go after BBIG to the long side. Now, that is the dashboard, guys, here at the daytraderchatroom.com. If you want access to this and much more, like you see here, courses, video lesson library with over 200 videos, you have your resources, the watch list, the chat room, etc. Then there's a 5-day trial in the description and comment section of this video. All right, so BBIG. This one I like because I think there's a big short position trapped in here, and I think they're still trapped, to be honest. So BBIG this morning, pushed up, made new all-time highs, and after it made new all-time highs, it rejected those levels. It rejected those levels really harshly, as you can see here on this chart intraday. What happened after that? We came all the way back down here, and we held this $10 line that we had drawn in pre-market. Came all the way down here like 10.13, 10.10, and we bounced off of that level. And that bounce took us up and over VWAP on what? An increase in volume. And we broke VWAP right here. Then we pulled into it. And as we pulled into it, what did we have? We started to see volume decrease a little bit. So right in here, I came in, got long in front of that zone there on BBIG, which was just a 50 Fibonacci level, which is not something I use often at all. I usually use 23.6 or 38.2, along with VWAP and the 9 AMA that was creeping up there. But what really caught my attention was the fact that we had held, that $10 level that we discussed in pre-market. All right, we held the $10 level, we jumped off of it and broke VWAP with an increase in volume, pulled back into that support zone on a decreasing volume. So I stepped in there, got long BBIG, and I'll take you over here to my alerts in a minute and show you the alerts on BBIG. So long BBIG 1110, stop 1004 area. I ended up cutting out of it, and that should have actually been 1045 area. I ended up cutting it out at 1069, and I'll show you why. So we start to get the bounce, and what do we get on the bounce? Exactly what you want to see. Increasing volume. You get a nice increase in volume bar here as we begin to bounce off of the support zone. Then we come right back down to touch it again. And what do we get? We get decreasing volume. I was like, okay, that's fine. But then what do? We just sit here. And we just sit here. And we just sit here. And all that sitting at the support zone without another bounce that could have taken us higher, that caused that support zone to get weak. And then when that support zone gets weak, what happens is it eventually breaks down. And that's exactly what we saw on BBIG. We broke down underneath that zone. And since we had already really triggered the trade, we had gotten that 9 AMA up there towards VWAP, and we held VWAP, and we even got the first little bounce attempt. I had moved my stop up just around that 1075-ish area, just underneath it. So I ended up cutting it loose at 1069, and then right after that, we had the inevitable fail all the way back down here to 1020s. And ever since then, it's actually regained VWAP again. So this is why I think that the shorts are still trapped in this one. And maybe not today, but I think BBIG definitely has potential here pretty soon. After that, out of nowhere, I'm not quite sure. I've searched around and couldn't locate anything. The SPY did this. Big drop on the SPY. And I was like, okay, well, I got to look to short something. And I tried to get myself Tesla right in here and didn't get the opportunity. So I was forced to wait for a little while here, and I'll show you what I did. Went ahead and drew my Fibonacci levels. Okay, I drew my Fibonacci levels. I identified, some support back here in that 748 in the past, and what I did was I looked for that level to actually become an area of resistance right now. That was a 23.6 Fibonacci level, previous support level, and we had the 9 AMA coming on down, right? That's what I was looking at. And right in here, I was able to come in and grab some put options and ride them down to new lows. I'll take you to that trade here real quick with those alerts. So here you go. Long Tesla put option, 740 strike, 10th expiration date is the 10th of September, 570, stop if Tesla gets back up above 749, I wrote 449, that's what happens when you're looking at the SPY at the same time. It's 749, my stop was above, that previous zone right here. So what I was looking for was Tesla to make new lows, and we kind of started to get a bounce on the SPY, so I decided to take some pressure off, and I let go of some of the put options at break even at 570. Shortly thereafter, we started to actually trigger and go a little bit lower, and I took some profits off at 585. I took more profits off at 610, more profits off at 650, and more profits off at 675 to get flat right there at 675 as we extended lower. And that's it. That was the trade. I thought 740, 743 could be a potential bounce zone, so I ended up not, continuing that trade there. Alrighty. So guys, that concludes the recap portion on the morning. Well guys, that's it for me today. I hope that you learned something. If you did, smash the like button for me and subscribe to the channel, and consider joining the daytraderchatroom.com. We got monthly subscriptions, biannually and annually. The annually one's the best. You get access to all the courses always, and your price is locked in, so it doesn't matter if next year price goes up, your price remains the same. So make sure to check out the daytraderchatroom.com. There's a link and a coupon code down there in the description and comment section for you. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.